The video that you're about to see, it don't cover everything. I did mention like water and snacks, non-perishable foods, but because I thought that that would be more common sense that everybody know you should have, so I tried to talk about what I have in my kit that maybe you wouldn't think of
This is
necessarily.
a kit that I would advise everybody to have. Some you don't need. Like I said, depends on your situation. The first one is an emergency kit. This is not a winter item. This is a haul time, everyday item. It should be in your car, winter, summer, whatever. Update it. Keep whatever goes bad every year or so. Just go through it and replace what dries up. So some of the things in this kit is the emergency kit, the cables I mentioned. You should have that. Don't take, and all of this is not going to take up a lot of room in your vehicle, and it's only for the winter, right? I'm thinking about getting the booster pack. I'll tell you why. Cables is good, keep that too. But I mean, this is a booster pack. You don't need to rely on somebody else. You can boost, if that's all you need is a boost, you can boost yourself. But if you're the type of person, like a lot of people are, if you don't really think about it, if winter comes and goes, you never think about it. If you had this power pack and you're never going to think about charging it, then make sure you got the cables in there as well, because you'll have to wait for somebody to come along. So, but with the power pack, it's great because you can charge your phone. Now, a lot of people say they look at their phone, oh, I'm on my way now, I'm leaving to go home, I can charge my phone in the car. And that's good. We all got chargers in the car nowadays. It don't matter when you plug it in, right? Because you got it there all the time in the car. But what happens if you get in an accident or you go off the road and you can't use the car system to charge your phone? A power pack, the one a good quality one, comes with USB chargers, and you could even charge your phone. You don't need to rely upon your car system. You don't need your car working. You just need your car for shelter, probably. So it's really good to have, but it only works if you charge it and keep it up to snuff. Warm clothing, because we all don't wear a winter's jacket in the car. Sometimes we just have our nice jacket or whatever. It's kind of warm, but have a winter's jacket. Have extra gloves, a pair of nice, we call them vamps, but worsted socks, whatever you call it. Maybe you work in a office. If you're a woman, maybe you wear like a dress, and so if you went off the road, well, you're screwed. But if you have, a nice warm pair of pants and stuff in your box, this stuff don't take up a lot of room, folks. You might think this is not something you need in your kit, but don't matter if you're a single student, you're a single woman. This is simple to use, and you can put it in your shoebox. You can hang it on your garage wall or in your apartment. Put it in your sock drawer, pantyhose drawer. It don't matter. But what this will tell you, you can, when winter starts, put this on your battery. It'll tell you how much juice is in your battery. Then you're going to look at your battery. And if your battery says 600 cold cranking amps, you know that. You push this button and count to 10. If this, you can't see it, but right here, it's, gives you 1,000 cranking amps, 800, 600, 400, 200. So on the 600, if it drops down in that 10 seconds, it drops down from the 600, your battery is weak. If it drops down past the yellow and goes into the red, that the battery is garbage. Unless you just haven't drove that car in months and it's, whatever. But this is going on the assumption that you're driving every couple of days or whatever. So that will tell you then if your battery is good or not, or a pretty good indication. Then you can start your car up and it will tell you if your charging system is up to par. So that's a lot of information for a $30 tool. Easy to use, no reason why you shouldn't have it. A simple thing like that, it can really solve questions or answer questions before they become questions. So that's a sidetrack there, but I'm glad it was there. I didn't plan that. This one you may think it's a little crazy, but it's not. Hear me out. I'm a little crazy, but not too bad. But listen, you know those Samsung and Apple AirTags? Not no GPS where you can be in Russia and my car has been stolen and it's in Russia, right? Not them. They're really expensive. They'd be great to have, not necessary. The AirTags works, I think, like 500 meters. Well, not only can it help you if you misplace your car at Costco and you're freezing walking around looking for your car, it can help you with that. Got me thinking of some stories in the news that I was listening to. And I remember a woman went off the side of the road, black ice. She didn't make it home. She was almost home and started to freeze and rain and stuff. She went off the side of the road and just went down. She didn't get hurt or anything. She just couldn't get out of her vehicle. It did roll, but it kind of stopped under the bridge so nobody could see it. And the tracks blew over and there was no sign of anybody. And then less and less people started to be on the roads. And the family was out looking for her and they didn't see her, but it turned out to be good. I think she had frostbite any longer. They said might have lost some fingers or something. Could have hindered a lot worse. But if you had this AirTag in your car, you just put it in your car, and it was only a small little, I'll show you a picture, and you just put it somewhere in your car, and the battery is good for 2 years or something. Like that family, they phoned, she left work early because it was getting bad. So they knew what road she was going to be on, but they just couldn't find her. No signs, right? So if you had something like that, it would work on Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. So 500 meters, that's quite a ways. This day and age, they're cheap, $30. You could have one in every car. Now, if you're doing it for that, you would need the other person to have that on their phone as well. Somebody in your family would have that connected to their phone so that when they are looking for you and it picks it up, then they know they're in the area, right? Traction pads, they fold up now. They're pretty small, but the only thing with that is you got to stop, go back and get them, or you just say to hell with it, right? But in my situation, many times, coming home from work, I have to stop at the light because it was always red. Stop at the light, and just past the light, the hill started. And sometimes you're lucky enough, there's not much traffic, and you can slow right down, and when the light changes green, you're way back and you can get enough momentum and you can go. Sometimes you're just have to stop at that light and you just spin. Done. How many times? Many times have I gotten out, and I have on the list there a small bag of salt or a mixture of salt and sand. So they're only small bags, so I used to have 2 bags in there anyway. Get out, lay a nice track for your tires, and you get enough momentum and you make it up the hill. You don't have to worry about going back and picking up your pads that probably paid $60 for. So that's the advantage of that. I always it helped me out so many times. A flashlight, make sure you have a flashlight, but try to get one with a strobe, and get the brightest one you can get. And again, all this stuff has to be maintained. You have to, when winter starts, you have to check and make sure they're charged or replace the batteries. Make sure it's in working order. Can't stress that enough. The candles, well, people say candles is good, and they are good, but sometimes they can make a bad situation worse because you could tip them over, fall asleep. and cause a bad situation to be even a lot worse. So, but now I've seen survival things. It's amazing what's out there, folks. But they have like works on lighter fluid or something. And again, you have to make sure when winter starts that this is all functioning and working and charged and everything else and filled up. So it's in a container. It gives off a lot of heat. I think a little when it's full, it runs for like 8 hours, and it gives off a little light, but gives off heat. And you ain't got to worry about it tipping over and causing a fire. So there's a lot out there that you can look up, and it's not that expensive. So instead of candles, you don't need them anymore. You can buy stuff like that, but hey, always have candles. Throw a couple in there; it's not going to hurt. Window breaker. This one you can cut off your seat belt, break the window. Again, this one can attach with sticky tape to the kick panel. It can go, if you're driving a work van, you can just put it on the A pillar, or I keep it in the console, right? And it's just there. You do want this somewhere accessible. So, folks, I hope this gave you a little something to think about. Maybe just reminded you to get back to, I got to get out and make sure these things are working. Make sure your flashlight, whatever the case may be. Because, folks, we all want to get home. And if you're not, if people don't depend on you, they should at least like you and miss you if you were gone, okay? All serious though, guys. We have people that would miss us if we didn't show up one day. So we should be doing everything in our power to get home safely to our family. This could help in doing that. Thanks, guys.